Hi, boys and girls. Today we are doing Chapter 13, Lesson 8, which is titled Area of Composite Figures. So our learning intention is I'm learning to find the area of composite figures so that I can understand how to find the area of non-standard shapes. And those non-standard shapes would be like the floor of a house or the floor of a tree house or an odd-shaped wall that you want to put, I don't know, wallpaper or something on. Anyway, so let's look at our vocabulary. A composite figure is a figure made up of two or more figures. Now, I want to point something out to you that you may not have noticed, but it will help you remember decompose and composite. So if we look at the word decompose, you will see that the base word is compose, and that means to put something together. So like Bach and Beethoven were composers, they composed music, they put music together. Okay, so compose means to put something together. The prefix D means not, or the opposite of, to not put something together, which means to take apart. Now, if you look at the word composite, you will notice that you see the word compose in there. Okay, so without the E, they dropped the E to add ITE, but you will see the word compose. So when you have a composite figure, that means it's a figure put together with other figures. Okay, so that may help you remember that, or it may not. But anyway, there it is. You've got it. And I just realized I did not change the page numbers on this, so I'm going to change them right now before your very eyes. So this one is page 797, 798, and 799. These are the three pages that we're doing in our math book today. So let's go ahead and look at page 797. So a composite figure is made up of two or more figures. Notice this made up of. Okay, you put two or more figures together, that's a composite figure. So there's that composing idea. To find the area of a composite figure, decompose the figure into smaller parts. So it's made up of smaller parts, so you're going to break it down into its smaller parts to help you figure out the area. So you just want to find rectangles or squares that make up that figure. So shrubs, trees, flowers, and plants can be bought at Mr. Corley's nursery. What is the area of the nursery's garden at the right? So you can see the garden up here, and you can see that it is 8 yards here, it is 10 yards here, 8 yards here, and 12 yards here. Okay? So we're going to break the composite figure into two smaller parts. We're going to look for rectangles. So what they did was basically they cut it here at this line right there. Okay, so this rectangle is this one, and this rectangle is that one. Okay, so now we're going to find the area of each part. Now, there's more than one way that you can break this apart. And I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit, and it's something you'll have to do for independent practice, so pay close attention. Okay, so this rectangle 1 is 8 yards by 10 yards. So you have 8 yards. Oops, that wasn't a highlighter. Come on, there we go. Okay, so you have 8 yards here, here's 8 yards. 10 yards here, here's 10 yards. Now, you know from 2nd grade that the opposite side of rectangles are the same length. So this side is 8 yards, this side is 8 yards, okay? This side is 10 yards, this side is 10 yards. But to do area, we only need 2 side lengths. We need the short side and we need the long side. The long side is also called length. The short side is also called width. You can see down here, we have a little, this is called a formula, that area equals length, that's a cursive L, times width. Okay, so that is a formula where you can put in the numbers for the variables. So the length on rectangle 1, the long side is 10 yards. Okay, the width, the short side, is 8 yards. And 10 times 8 is 80. Okay, let me scroll. Let's see. Let me move this out of the way. That'll work better. So we can still see everything. Oh, nope, I'm still going to need more. So let me go ahead and make it just a tad bit smaller so we can see our garden and we can see our problem both. Okay, good enough. Okay, so rectangle 2. Okay, we have the length, the long side is 12 yards, and the width, the short side, is 8 yards. So let's go ahead and fill that in. Okay, so 12 times 8. So now they're going to decompose 12 for distributive property into 10 plus 2. So we're combining a lot of stuff here. So we have 10 times 8 plus 2 times 8. The 10 and the 2 make up the 12 right here. Okay, multiply them both by 8. So 10 groups of 8 or 10 rows of 8 is 80, plus 2 rows of 8 is 16. So you add 80 plus 16. So the area of rectangle 2 is 96. All right, let's scroll some more. The area of rectangle 1 is 80 square yards. The area of rectangle 2 is 96 square yards. So if you add those together, I'm going to stack them so I can add them. 0 plus 6, remember we always add first in the ones column. 0 plus 6 is 6. 8 plus 9 is 17. So it's 176. The area of the composite figure is 176 square yards. Now, as a side note, I can do mental math to figure this out as well. 0 plus 6 is 6. 80 plus 90 is 170. 170 plus 6 is 176. Okay? All right, let's go to the next page. Okay, we're going to find the area of the composite figure. So we're going to break the composite figure into smaller parts. Look for rectangles. This composite figure can be broken into, and they have 3 rectangles. Okay, they have this one, and this one. So there are 3. 1, 2, 3 rectangles. Now, rectangles 2 and 3 are the same size, so that makes life a little easier. So this top rectangle is 12 meters on the length, but then the width is 10 meters broken down. So if you look at the opposite sides of the rectangle, so if you look here, this side is 8 meters, just like this side is 8 meters. So of the 10 meters that the entire side is, you're only using 8 meters for rectangle 1. Okay, rectangle 2, oh, they have them numbered differently. I'm sorry, let me fix that because it's going to be confusing. Okay, so let's do it this way. Oops. Let me fix this, and I'll fix my reds. Oop, there we go. Okay, there. Okay, so they numbered this rectangle 1. This is rectangle 2. This is rectangle 3. Okay, so Rectangle 1 is made up of 12 meters on the side length, on the length, but then on the width, the short side, it's part of the 10 meters. Because rectangle 2 has 8 meters on this side, then this side has to be 8 meters. 10 minus 8 is 2. So there are 2 meters left on that side for the width of rectangle 1. I hope I explained that clearly. Okay, so let me do it this way. So if you use 8 of the meters for the yellow part, then this red part up here is going to be 2 left because 8 plus 2 equals 10. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so rectangles 2 and 3 are 8 by 3s because you have the side length in here of 8. So rectangle 1 is a 2 by 12, and rectangles 2 and 3 are 8 by 3s. Okay, so now we're going to find the area of each part. Okay, so rectangle 1, area equals length times width. So our length on rectangle 1 is 12. So we have 12 right here. The width, the short side, is 2. So we have 2 right here. Now, because 12 is bigger than 10, we're going to decompose it into friendly numbers and use distributive property. So 12 decomposes into 10 and 2, and then you multiply both of those by 2. So 10 rows of 2 is 20, plus 2 rows of 2 is 4. 20 plus 4 is 24. 24 square meters. Okay, let's go over here and we're going to do rectangles 2 and 3. So the area is the length, which is the long side, that's 8. There's my length, times my width, my short side. So 8 times 3 is 24. But remember, there are 2 of those. So this one is 24, but this one is also 24. And oddly enough, this one is also 24. Okay, so let's go down here and do number 3 or part 3 of this. Okay, so we're going to add the areas. So we have 24 for rectangle A, 24 for rectangle B, and 24 for rectangle C. So I'm going to add these up. So 4 plus 4 plus 4, or 4 times 3 is 12. 20 plus 20 is 40, and 40 plus 20 is 60. I'm going to stack those and add them. 12 plus 60 is 72. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 6 is 7. Or 10 plus 6D is 7. Sorry. 72. So the area of the composite figure is 72 square meters. All right. That's a lot of steps, I know. But you know how to do all the pieces. You just have to put them together, compose them. Okay, so find the area of the composite figure, show your work. So first, what I'm going to have you do is decompose the figure, pause the video, decompose the figure. Just do that. There are 2 ways you can do it, and I'm going to show you both ways. So just draw your line where you want to decompose it and leave it there. Unpause the video. Okay, there are 2 places that you can decompose this, and I'm going to color code them. So you can decompose it this way so that you have rectangle A here and rectangle B here. Or you can decompose it here, which gives you rectangle A on this side and rectangle B on this side. So you're going to pay attention to the red writing if you divided it at the red line and have the top rectangle as A and the bottom rectangle as B. Or you're going to pay attention to the blue writing that I do if you chose the left side, which is A, and the right side, which is B. Now what I want you to do is write your number sentence for rectangle A and rectangle B. Pause the video. Okay, if you did rectangle A as your, if you did A as the top rectangle and B as the bottom rectangle, then you're going to pay attention to the red. So this whole rectangle here is 7 centimeters times 3 centimeters. 7 times 3. Okay? So 7 times 3 is 21. This is what you should have done when you had the video paused. Rectangle B. Now, because this says 5 for the whole length, but this is 3 for the top length. So the bottom length, 5 minus 3 is 2. So this side length here is 2 centimeters. The bottom length is, oh, they don't, oh, wait, because it's 4 down here. Bottom length is 4. Sorry, I didn't see it down there. So rectangle B is 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Now I want you to pause the video, and if you did the red rectangles, pause the video and add that up. And then after I do the blue rectangles, then you'll see the answer for the red rectangles. Okay, blue people. Okay, if you did this one as rectangle B, and then this one as rectangle A. Okay, rectangle A is 5 centimeters right here times 4 centimeters down here. Okay, and then rectangle B is 3 centimeters. Now this one, you used up 4 for the other rectangle, so 7 minus 4 is 3. So this is 3 down here. So this one is 3 times 3. Okay, 5 times 4 is 20. I'm making it small because I have to put my red answer up here. And 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, if you are the blue rectangle people, you're going to pause your video and add those two sides, those two areas, to come up with the area of the total figure. Okay, red people, this is your turn. 21 plus 8 is 29. And, I was still, sorry, I did it in the wrong color. Okay, 1 plus 8 is 9. 20 plus nothing is 20. 29. Blue people, your area should be exactly the same because it's the exact same composite figure. You just did it differently. 0 plus 9 is 9. 20 plus nothing is 20. So it's 29. So the area for both of them is, no matter which way you did it, it's 29 square centimeters. Now, it's important that you see there's 2 ways to do this because that's what you're going to have to do on the independent practice. Okay, so let's go over and look at the independent practice. Okay, find the area of each composite figure, show your work. So you need to show me where you are dividing your figure, where you're decomposing it. Okay, so this one is pretty obvious. You would just go along here. You're going to show the math here. Don't write show math. You're going to actually show me the math. Okay, you're going to have rectangle A, rectangle B, figure out the area of each one, add them up, the answer goes in the blank, the blue blank. Okay, then you have this composite figure. The obvious way to do that would be right here. So divide it and show the math. On the sides. Okay. Number 4. Now, number 4, you're going to have to do 2 ways. You're going to do it one way when you do it here. You're going to do it the other way for number 6. So here you're going to do it just one way, and you're going to show the mouth. Show me where you decomposed it for number 4. Oops, I was wrong. Show more. Show the mouth, okay? And show how you decomposed it. Number 5, show me how you decomposed it. Show the mouth in the space over here. Number 6, you're going to redraw number 6, or you're going to redraw number 4, decompose it in a different way, show the mouth. That's it. That's how you do that.